Hi everyone, welcome to week 2. I hope that you're all adjusting well to this online class. I just want to remind you that I am going to share my weekly email on Sunday. I'm recording it on a Friday, of course, this video, because Monday is Labor Day, so it's a holiday. But I just wanted you to have all the information about this week because this is a short class. It's 8-week class. So in, in my experience, all of my students in my 8-week classes are super dedicated. So I know that you want to work and to work on all the stuff that you're supposed to as soon as you can. Have short amount of time to cover many things, so that's why I'm sharing everything on Sunday. So for this week, we are going to study chapter 2 and 3. Please let me know if you have any question from chapter 1, and also if you still have any question about D12, about syllabus, about Connect. Just let me know. I can see that many of you actually in your class signed up for Connect. Some of you are still using the 14 days free trial, which is absolutely okay. But let me just remind you that please get the access code as soon as you can, because you don't want to miss any homework. Exams will be on Connect, so you definitely need to buy the access code. I understand if you're waiting for money for financial aid, it's absolutely okay, but just get it as soon as you have the money. Okay. Chapter 2 is about different economic systems that we have. And remember that you might see different classifications for economic system in other textbooks. We are going to follow our textbook, but you might see other classification for economic system. Don't be surprised. The big part of chapter 2 is the end of chapter 2, circular flow, which basically tells us how a very basic economy works, how goods and services and resources are circulating in the economy. We will come back to the circular flow in chapter 7 when we talk about GDP, gross domestic product. We are going to use, this is a closed economy that we are going to study in chapter 2. And I definitely want you guys to go over the assumptions of circular flow. The textbook is not really clear. If you go to week 2, I put a separate link for you for it's called circular flows assumptions. So definitely go over the assumptions to understand how this model works. But in chapter 7, we're going to look into a more realistic version and the open economy version of the circular flow in chapter 7. We're going to add more components into our model. We're going to add government, we're going to open the economy. So we have trade, we have financial market or whatnot to define GDP. So try to understand this model because you're going to need it in chapter 7 again. Chapter 3 is very, very important. It's all about demand and supply in a specific market. We call it a perfect competition market. So this is the very first time that we basically introduce market and demand, supply. So I put some information for you on week 2. Remember that I created some short videos for you on the specific topics on D12, or sometimes I use YouTube for those concepts. And also try to go over the notes. I try also to share with you some longer videos where I talk over the lecture notes. So some of you don't like long videos, some of you enjoy them. So it's just up to you. That's why I also try to break down topics in shorter videos or handouts. In chapter 3, we are going to talk about the difference between demand, quantity demanded, supply, quantity supplied. So make sure you understand them. Then we draw lots of graph in chapter 3. So get ready for drawing some of them. And I believe that drawing graphs helps us to understand the concept of demand and supply, changing demand, changing supply, shifting demand, shifting supply. We will talk about market equilibrium in this chapter. We will talk about price ceiling, price floor, how the government actually can intervene into the market and how the government can help household businesses by this price control, we call it, price ceiling, price floor, or price controls by the government. These are the important things in chapter 3 that I want you guys to pay attention. As far as the assignments for this week, remember that homework 1 is from chapter 1 and 2, and I gave you extended deadline because I just wanted to make sure that everybody can get the book and the Connect Access code. Homework 1 is due on September 12th, as well as homework 2. Homework 2 is from chapter 3, and it is due on September 12th again. So you basically have 2 homework for Monday, September 12th. Let me also check the discussion board. So for discussion, remember that I opened discussion one on the very first day of our class, but it is due on September 12th again. So you have basically 3 things to do, 3 deadlines for September 12th. Discussion 1 will be closed on September 12th. Remember, for discussions, you need to first answer the question that I put in the discussion board to get 50 points. Your discussion should not be less than 200 words without your references. And then you have to go back to the discussion board and leave at least 2 feedback for 2 classmates in your class to get another 50 points. And your feedback should not be less than 100 words, okay? If you do that, it's really, really easy 100, okay? Please let me know if you have any question, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.